I'm gonna talk about this. Okay, so this character is called Crim from this manga called Destiny Unchain Online. It's a fine manga. Before I get into it, I want to talk about this one specific character. The problem with this character, I just want to put this out in the open, is that she's technically a guy. So it's a really basic isekai, like Log Horizon or like Sword Art Online. And the premise is this guy is a depressed little boy. So he gets reincarnated in a sense. He's locked in this game. But it's a he, very much a he. But then for some reason the character chosen is a cute Lolita vampire. That's not really a problem. I've seen a lot of stories where the main character gets reincarnated in a different form because you want them to be a depressed guy. A lot of Japanese people, the target audience, can empathize with that. You form that relationship and it kind of bonds you together. It's a standard isekai trope. But then the issue is, now he's a girl with like one of the cutest designs, and because it's a guy, it acts a bit tomboyishly. But he's not trans. It's not like he wants to be a girl. He's just kind of accepted that he's locked in this game world forever as a girl. So on one hand, very cute, very nice. Obviously his main character energy, and you can design them, dress them up as much as you want. And you always get those great reactions when you put them in a dress and you're like, it's a dress. But on the other hand, it's a guy. He isekai'd into this world as a guy into a girl. It doesn't actually impact the story that he's a guy. So it's not really a waifu character, but it's not really a waifu character. Well, I wanted to do this style anyways, like grayscale to color. And I saw in their Discord, they said, 1 year free Nitro if you win an art competition. And I haven't even opened up Discord, I don't know any of the rules, I just wanted to do this. Yeah, let's talk about the manga. It's a fine manga. Genuinely, most manga I read are really bad. Generally bad, like they just take a lot of tropes and they don't reiterate on it. They just make it worse, so it just gets more hentai and more perverted. And you just see the same childhood friends over and over again. And this manga doesn't really innovate. It really just takes all the old trends and just keeps going on with it. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you do it right, and you actually world build and you have a bit of character development, I'm not asking for the next Evangelion. This is good enough. Maybe my standards have dropped really low. But if something is fine, it's not some bullshit where the guy like fucks his sister and the childhood friend who has big boobs for no reason. Like, maybe I'm growing up as a manga reader, but there's some standards that I try to put myself to, and I really would take fine for an answer. So in this time lapse, I'm just going to talk about the art of what I'm actually doing. This manga, I think the manga artist or like the cover artist is really good. I really love the way they use colors, and there's just so much going on. I am nowhere near approaching that level, and I'm fine with that. It's really good. The character design is where he, it, she is trying to, it's Chinese themed. Like I could really go into the story, but it's not really that developed. Maybe we're 4 chapters in. The whole idea is it is suddenly wearing a Chinese dress. I really couldn't show off the China dress because it's supposed to be like one leg slit, but when you're doing this pose, that dress kind of disappears. So the really important part about this character is the expressions. It has the skin, teeth, you know what I'm talking about. So the thing is, it has all the attractive features that you could possibly want from your main character. So it kind of ticks all those boxes. But unfortunately, it is a guy. So she's got elf ears, check. Cute expressions, check. Loli, check. Like very feminine but very cute appearances, check. But it's a guy. I think in this arc, the it character has a scythe. I'm not sure it's actually gone to that point. So the character is supposed to be a katana wielder. But in the light novel cover art, it's holding a scythe, so that's what I wanted to replicate essentially. I kind of just copied the scythe, it's a bit easy. So it's holding the scythe, and the scythe bends around so that it cuts through the body. And that's the main idea. I knew I wanted it to be like sort of floating in the water, so I added a bit of like watermarks here and there. Good so far. Then the issue was you got this massive empty space like in the middle. So then I just kept adding stuff. I wanted to put the Destiny Unchain Online logo there. I couldn't actually rip it out. So what instead I did to fill up that empty space is there's this character. She was just newly introduced. I don't even remember her name. Very cute, but very shy and like overreacts. Standard trope, but attractive trope. I like this manga. I really do. In this part, she's not really that involved, and she's a sniper, so she has a little robot that she can use to travel long distances. I'm talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. As of right now, it's like 2 pages where you actually see the robots. I don't even have references for what it's supposed to look like, which I kind of fudged the colors. New. So I bought this camera. If you're watching this, it's a really good camera. You see everything's in the backgrounds in blur. That's called bokeh. And I really wanted to emulate that bokeh. So what I did is I layered everything in front and back, and then you got the middle. And I'm just gonna control the blur. So everything in the front, everything in the back has ranges of blur, and everything in the middle is like in focus. In terms of the manga, I look forward to when it comes out, because mostly the art is really good. I can't really keep track of the story. It's very generic, but it's very good. And I'm gonna keep following it. I think if it ever got an anime adaptation, it's 2 options. If you got a mid studio animating it, you'd probably get about 7.8, 8.2. So for me, anything higher than a 7 is like just watchable. It's not great, but I can actually make it to the end. And this one definitely would be in my 7 to 8 range. And if you got like Ufotable to animate it, the plot is good enough and very generic and very appealing to a large audience that you could probably aim for the high 8s, low 9s, because it has the potential. And I'm looking forward to see where this is going. Just good art, like good character design, generic story, good art. I'm happy. You're happy. Like and subscribe if you like this video. I'll catch you next time.